Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. I am back with another reading for you guys. I have been a little bit MIA because I'm getting my life sorted out. I recently quit smoking marijuana. I also recently started becoming more devoted to my main channel, which is Emo-Centric Shawty. I talk about all type of topics. I dive a little bit into my personal life. I also give my opinions on trending topics. And so, yeah, that's why I've been gone. But you know, I love you guys. I'm a Scorpio myself. And sometimes Scorpio need a little break, I believe. Sometimes we get too wrapped up into what the tarot says and what other people say. And even though we say we don't care about what others say, we do care. We do care. We do care. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment if you'd like. But let's get started on your reading. Five of Cups. So your first card is Five of Cups. Second one, Two of Wands. You know, you would think I'd be better at this, but at the shuffling, but ciao. Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands came up. Two of Cups. A lot of reverses. Hierophant's in reverse, the Five of Swords. Are you still thinking about the past here? Still thinking about that one person who broke your heart? You know, I think that a lot of us may be thinking about the past, also just past trauma, and not moving on into our full journey because of that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, you're not moving on fully from the past here, Scorpio. Is it because you thought that you could without just getting help? Because sometimes we need therapy. Sometimes you don't, you know, tarot isn't just the only thing that's going to help. Talking to friends isn't only the thing that's going to help. Sometimes actually going to therapy may be what you need. And here with the Page of Swords, I feel like, you know, it's even hard for you to move forward in new relationships, especially and I also feel like there's other people coming back into your life that you feel like are too immature for you, and you're just like I don't understand why I can't just find somebody that's mature that understands what the fuck I need, you know. But you know, maybe it's about you becoming stronger as far as with your healing, like really committing to that, committing to your healing, committing to your mental health, your just your emotional stability, and maybe not trusting so much, and not necessarily trusting so much, but it's more like, you know, don't change your mind about yourself because somebody changed their mind about you. Being able to get into that space and pour into others that pour into you, and not being so shallow in certain ways. I don't think you're fully shallow, but at times you get shallow, and then you realize, oh, there's nothing there. It's really this surface level type of relationship that I'm getting. So it's something that, you know, you can consider working on. And maybe you're thinking about the past when it comes to like your ex-friends, your ex-boyfriends, your family dynamic, what you experience. But it's at some point you're going to have to let it go so you can embark on your new journey with the Fool. If you want the Fool to revert to be in the upright, you're going to have to move forward and stop looking back so much. Because no matter how much you try to show that you're emotionally stable, that you're emotionally strong, in some areas you are still struggling keeping yourself calm when it comes to all the things that you believed were true. And maybe there's things that you impose on yourself, that you tell yourself is true about you that aren't. And so you're going to have to learn how to let that go. And I'm not saying that love isn't in the horizon, that you're not going to find that perfect somebody. It's just that you need to be able to pinpoint those bad traits, those bad habits, those bad things about a person right away. And until you're fully healed, here with the Queen of Wands, until you're fully healed, you won't actually be able to point them out right away. You'll probably be in too deep when you do so. So if you're feeling lonely here with the Five of Cups, I get it. It is a lonely world. Already people are having problems making friends. People have problems keeping connections and relationships. But you have friends. You have connections. You have relationships. But I think you just have to learn how to pour more into those good people in your life instead of pouring into people that aren't worth your time. Okay? So let's go ahead and go into what the cards are saying about that. As you know, yeah, and I feel like, listen, no matter what, I'm getting a lot of reverses. I'm getting a lot of reverses. Getting lots of that. Look at that. Lots of reverses. Again, I believe this is about you being able to pour into the right people. And there's no, wherever you go, that's where you're going to be. It doesn't matter where you go, where you travel to. And I know that you have plans. You have things that you want to do. And maybe you've been considering you needing a break from this place or needing a break from certain relationships. And you haven't really been fully committed to the self-care of your, your physical well-being. I don't think you've been fully committed to that. I think you want to be fully committed to that. But again, when you get wrapped up in the thoughts and the emotions of whatever you were experiencing in the past, your experiences in the past, it becomes hard and you feel like, oh, there's no other options here with the Seven of Cups. So Eight of Wands came out. It was Nine of Cups, then Eight of Swords in reverse, and then Seven of Cups in reverse, Three of Cups. Okay, so then, maybe there's these things that you're going to end up doing and pouring into the right people, and you're going to end up celebrating that and maybe finding some emotional freedom and some emotional stability with that. I would also consider going to like a nice retreat, maybe going to like some type of camping, maybe some type of like, I'm not saying try any hallucinogens, but like if you're into ayahuasca or those really cool breathing technique type of, I forgot the name of those, but it's like these breathing techniques, and then they blow the smoke in your face, and then you kind of hyperventilate and almost like pass out, and then kind of come to life with like a new understanding towards your needs. Maybe that's something that you may have to consider. And I think you're also thinking about, man, I'm getting older. Why aren't things moving and chugging along? You have to give yourself some grace in that sense. You have to give yourself some grace in that sense. Okay. The Devil in reverse. Okay, so you are also learning how to move on. You're getting a lot of reverses. What is going on? Oh! King of Pentacles. Yeah, Devil in reverse. Okay, so maybe at some point after you've done all this stuff, right? Like you've conquered these projects or these you've developed these great relationships. It's still not enough, right? Not that maybe it just isn't going to be enough for you. Also, you're going to reach a very stable financial state, which is wonderful for you. And you already knew what you wanted, but now you're just dead set on this is how my life is going to be in the next 30, 40 years, right? And you're manifesting that every step that you can to set yourself up that way. The Four of Cups here in reverse tells me, okay, now that you had spent all that time putting the relationships or dating or whatever in the back burner or thinking about the past, you kind of like left that alone. I think now you're going to be longing for something deeper, something more meaningful. And I totally understand that. I totally understand that you're going to be wanting something meaningful here. Let's see. You know what? You're just getting reverses. Like, look. And I honestly believe it's because you won't change how you feel. I think it's more of like how you feel about this past situation that still affects you. It can be huge trust issues. And you're going to then jump into another venture. You're going to try and get into another venture, trying to like find something else to do so you don't think about this love, so you don't think about finding balance here with the Ten of Pentacles. You're just going to be like, I don't care about balance. I just care about just like not thinking about all this shit that I do not have. And you know what? Then, boom, the Empress comes and you're going to finally understand what self-love is. Self-love will come to you in its greatest form, and you will have more of an idea of how to manage your love life, your work life, and your relationships. And you'll be strong enough to see the signs. You'll be strong enough to see the signs. You may have a little bit of a cold heart, because after you've been disappointed so much, your heart does sometimes turn into an ice box. But I think here with the Empress, the World cards in reverse. So after you went through all these ventures and you find your self-love here, I think that you'll stay put to where you're supposed to be. I do think that there will be some type of other emotional things that will happen that will make you probably feel like you're set back a little bit, and that you like maybe some of your I believe that there may be some type of, maybe you're gonna lose somebody or somebody will move away, and it's gonna make you go, oh my God, I need to really make a move and do my own thing. And then you have to be aware of your money and your spending so don't go back to your bad habits. And I don't think you're gonna go back to your bad habits. So I think your money is gonna be kind of like stagnant. And I think here with the Ace of Swords, you're gonna be like, okay, I gotta do something. I gotta say whatever I gotta say to whoever I gotta say it. But now I gotta move on for real. For real. I gotta let it go for real. And I think that you having that type of mindset is going to ultimately change everything. Yeah, here with the Queen of Swords, you are going to ultimately change everything. You're going to go from that butterfly to an eagle. Like, you're going to finally get to express yourself and feel free from that burden of pain and the mistrust and all that shit that you've been holding on to for so fucking long. So the Hangman in reverse, this says that the journey to me has stopped. Like, you don't have to keep going anymore. Yeah, I don't think you have to keep going anymore. I think that you've gotten to that. You have to say what you have to say. You've always been strong and well-spoken, but self-love was something that you were kind of missing. So yeah, I think you were always strong and self-spoken and very strong in your beliefs and stuff, but Temperance. So The Sun came out. Temperance came out. I think that there's always going to be some type of challenge that you will always have to deal with your emotions. There's always going to be something. I think that, again, you can't go backwards. You can't go backwards when it comes to the past. You can't let it get to you. You can't let the past get to you. It's going to be a reoccurring theme here, I believe, Scorpio. So my biggest advice is like, there's always going to be times you're going to feel down. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to look at the past. You're going to worry about it. You're going to be like, oh my God, I don't want to repeat it. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to this and that. But if you focus too much on the pain, you're not going to focus on the healing. And that's the big part. Keep your eyes on the healing. The forefront of your mind needs to be the healing. That's it. Whoever this person is that hurt you in the past, let it go. And maybe it's hard for you to let it go because it's someone you really trusted, whether it's a relationship or a friend or a family member. It is going to be hard, but life is worth living. Absolutely. And don't worry. Like I said in one of my posts the other day, when I was younger, I didn't want to be here. And I did things to try and take myself out. But then I realized as I got older is that life is actually short. So trying to take yourself out really is pointless, because by the time we hit 80, we're going to be like, man, time kind of flew. You know what I mean? And most of us have an average of, by the time we hit 30, an average of 40, 50 more years left. So it's like, what are you in a rush for? If there's anything you need to be in a rush for, is your healing and acceptance and being able to have patience with yourself and continue to love yourself through anything and everything, despite whatever is happening. All right. Love you, Scorpio. And I hope that you like this reading. Maybe we'll do another reading in the next couple of hours or the next couple of minutes. Let me see how the energy feels. But until then, see you later. Bye.